Car companies spent 20 years chasing trends. Turbos, CVTs, digital screens, LED lights, all of it sold to you as progress. Most of it, a very expensive mistake. I'm going to walk you through 4 things they got wrong and why they're quietly going back to what actually worked. Number 1. Naturally aspirated engines. Toyota and Honda are both expanding naturally aspirated options, and honestly, it's about time. Automakers switched to tiny turbocharged engines because it looked great on paper. Better fuel economy ratings, more power from a smaller engine. The marketing wrote itself. The real world told a different story. Turbos fail. Oil consumption goes up. Carbon buildup is a constant headache. And that fuel economy they promised? When you actually drive the car, push it a little, the turbo kicks in and drinks fuel harder than any naturally aspirated engine would. Plus, if your turbo dies, and it will eventually, you're looking at $2,000 to $3,500 just for the replacement. Toyota's 2026 Camry still offers a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine. Mazda doubled down on Skyactiv naturally aspirated entirely. These engines hit 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. Turbocharged engines start getting expensive past 150,000. The math isn't hard. Number 2. Traditional automatic transmissions. Mazda and Toyota figured this one out before most. CVTs and dual-clutch transmissions were supposed to be the future. Better fuel economy, faster shifts. Sounds great, until you own one. Nissan CVTs are basically infamous at this point, but Honda and Subaru CVTs have had their own issues too. When a CVT fails, $4,500 to $6,000. That's not a repair bill, that's a financial crisis. Dual-clutch transmissions? Great on a racetrack. Horrible in stop-and-go traffic, which is where most of us actually drive. Toyota never really left traditional automatics. 8-speed and 10-speed conventional setups, and they work. Mazda refuses to build CVTs entirely. 6-speed traditional automatic. That's it. Traditional automatics last 200,000 miles with fluid changes. CVTs start struggling at 100,000. Again, the math isn't hard. Number 3. Physical gauges. Mazda and Toyota are bringing analog back, and there's a real reason for it. Digital clusters looked incredible in showrooms. Futuristic, customizable, high-tech. But when the electronics fail, the whole thing goes black. No speed, no RPM, no temperature, nothing. An analog gauge still works even if half your car's electronics are dead. That needle moves, always. And when a digital cluster fails, $800 to $2,000 to replace. An analog gauge cluster almost never needs replacing. Analog needles give you instant visual feedback. Digital numbers make you actually read, process, interpret. At 70 miles an hour, that matters. Mazda's putting analog tachometers back into their clusters. Toyota's running hybrid setups. Digital display, physical gauges for the critical stuff. Best of both worlds. Number 4. Halogen headlights. This one surprises people, but hear me out. LEDs took over because they look premium, more energy efficient, longer life. All of that is true, but LED headlight assemblies are failing more than expected. Moisture gets in, drivers burn out, and when it happens, you're not replacing a bulb, you're replacing the entire assembly. $800 to $2,500 per side. A halogen bulb costs $20 to $50. You can replace it yourself in a parking lot with no tools. Honda is offering halogen headlights on base trims again. Mazda's doing the same on the CX-5 and Mazda 3. This isn't about halogens being better technology. It's about giving buyers a real choice, because not everyone wants a $2,000 headlight repair bill on a budget car. 4 things. Naturally aspirated engines, traditional automatics, physical gauges, halogen headlights. All of them dismissed as old-fashioned. All of them coming back because reliability won. The best technology isn't always the newest technology. Sometimes it's just the one that still works when you need it most and doesn't cost you $4,000 when it breaks. Which one of these surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.